What if tomorrow the universe stopped expanding? What if the endless stretch of galaxies, stars, and time itself suddenly turned round and began collapsing back in on itself? What if the cosmos started shrinking instead of expanding for over 13.8 billion years? Our universe has been on a single trajectory outward. Since the Big Bang, space itself has been stretching like an infinite balloon, carrying galaxies farther and farther apart. But imagine the balloon suddenly deflating, all that expansion reversing, and every star, every planet, every atom pulled back toward the center the moment it starts. The countdown to the end of everything begins. At first, it would be subtle. Galaxies would no longer drift apart but inch closer together. The Andromeda Galaxy, currently set to collide with the Milky Way in 4 billion years, might close the gap in mere millions or even thousands, constellations in the night skyward. Distort, their familiar shapes twisting as stars moved unnaturally fast. Humanity might not notice the change at first, but the universe would already be rewriting its fate. Soon, the collapse would accelerate. Galaxies that once lived in peace would smash together, their stars colliding, their black holes merging into supermassive monsters. Whole regions of the sky would light up with apocalyptic supernovas, chain reactions of cosmic destruction as stars tore themselves apart. Space would grow hotter, brighter, and deadlier. Radiation storms would sweep across galaxies, obliterating anything that dared to exist on Earth. At first, nothing here would change. The sun would still rise, the oceans would still move with the pull of the moon. But as the collapse continued, the very fabric of physics would begin to betray us. Cosmic radiation would intensify, striking Earth's surface in deadly waves. The protective bubble of our atmosphere would weaken. Nights would no longer be dark but filled with blinding collisions as galaxies slammed together across the skies. Humanity would watch in awe and terror as the stars themselves seemed to fall. The collapse wouldn't just be physical, it could be temporal, because if space begins to shrink, time itself could twist. After all, space and time are not separate, they are one fabric. A contracting universe may mean a contracting timeline. Would we experience life backward, unliving our years, returning to childhood, and finally back into nothingness? Or would time accelerate toward an incomprehensible end, leaving us trapped in a universe rushing to crush itself? At the heart of this scenario lies a terrifying destiny known as the Big Crunch. Every galaxy, every star, every black hole, every planet, everything pulled into a single point. Temperatures would skyrocket, matter crushed beyond recognition, energy concentrated into a singularity. The universe, once infinite and full of wonder, reduced to a single, impossibly dense of the same state it began in 13.8 billion years ago. But here's the most haunting question. Is that truly the end? Or is it the beginning of something new if the Big Crunch occurs? Does the singularity explode again, unleashing another Big Bang and a brand new universe? If so, then maybe this isn't the first universe. Maybe existence is a never-ending cycle of cosmic heartbeat. Expansion, collapse, rebirth, over and over. Infinite universes, infinite lives. Infinite do-overs, each one vanishing into darkness only to burst back into light. And that thought changes everything. Maybe the stars above us aren't just the story of our universe, they're re-echoes of countless universes before. Maybe every moment we live has been lived before, and will be lived again, endlessly, through cycles of creation and destruction. So what if the universe started shrinking instead of expanding? It would be the beginning of the end, the galaxies crushing, the sky burning, time folding, and reality itself collapsing into nothingness. But maybe, just maybe, from that nothingness, a new universe would rise. The Big Bang gave us everything. The big crunch would take it all back. And perhaps, in the ashes of one universe, another would be born.